TV. It's me, Sammy. Yes, the guy that's usually behind the cameras. But today I thought I'll actually appear. It's lockdown and there's nothing much to do. Today, kindly, Worldwide Chelsea Sadiq has kindly joined me. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you, man?
I'm good, bro. Lockdown and it's not much you can do.
Thanks for having me on, man. First of all.
Look at our hair.
Yeah, it's been about 4 months, man, since I had the trim, but there's a lot to speak about. I've not spoken to you in ages. I'm looking forward to this conversation.
Cool. So, not long ago, I can get some details up here for you guys.
Yeah, BBC.
Not long ago, Odoi was in some trouble. There we go. Look, on the 17th of May, he was arrested for allegations of rape. Obviously, that can ruin his career, can ruin his life, and that's a serious allegation.
And thankfully,
morally, it's wrong, and it can just ruin everything. And luckily, well, confirmed by the police, the allegations are false, and he is a free man. I don't know what's going to happen to the girl because obviously she's lied. There's no news on that, so I'm going to be waiting for that. We will give you an update. But as a Chelsea fan, I am delighted to say Callum Hudson-Odoi is a free man, and allegations were false. So all the people were making jokes, like Arsenal fans were making jokes and stuff. It wasn't true, and yeah, I'm just delighted as a Chelsea fan because obviously you don't want a team member, you don't want to see a player on your team that's accused of this bad stuff, innit?
I mean, it's crazy, man. He's 19 years old. He's been through a difficult year, of course. The buying interest at first, and then the contract, of course, and then he got injured, and then he had this going on. Like, it's been a crazy 6-7 months for him. 2020 hasn't been going his way, but thankfully, this is fantastic. I'm delighted to hear this news. Now people can, support this man properly. And I just wish him the very best. I honestly want him to do really well at Chelsea. We hyped him up so much before the buying interest, and this is where we need to go now as well. So hopefully he pushes on from here, of course.
Do you think this stuff will affect him though, like mentally? Like next time he's playing, he's going to have all this pressure on him, or do you think he's a footballer, he's used to all this pressure? Like nothing bad.
Honestly, I think people forget, we are human beings. We have our own, feelings, emotions, and it's very difficult to remember, especially when you're only 19 years old. You're not probably fully matured yet. So you're taking these things day in, day out, and you're one of the biggest stars, of course, in England, that wants to push on further. So it is very difficult, and, we just need to support the man. And especially with what's going on in the world, with dark-skinned people. Everything is basically against him right now. So thankfully, this news should put him on towards the right path, and he can kick on from here.
That's great news. Before we go ahead with anything, I would just like to hear or see you guys' your opinions on this topic. So I'm just going to quickly answer some questions on the chat and see what you guys are saying. Because obviously, as Chelsea fans, this is a big topic for us, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, look, I think many people knew that he probably deep down wasn't guilty, of course. But it's just the way it came out, the way it said 4 a.m., he got arrested at this time. He got arrested for this type of reason. A lot of people were worried, especially as a kid, that his career could be over. We understand, it was a setup. We know how females are in today's world. We know what they can do for money, for fame. That's how it is in today's world, and we just wanted, to be clarified that wasn't the case. So this is very, very good news. Please do ask your, questions that you have in the comments as well. If you just tuned in, like this video, of course, subscribe, tune in every day, every other day. Blues Fans TV will try to upload as much as they can in terms of transfer gossip, general gossip around the club as well. And you can check my channel out as well. Nearly 11k subscribers, Worldwide Chelsea, of course. Big up everyone that's tuned in. But of course, there's so many things going on about Chelsea in general, man. This is one positive that we're looking at, and then we're looking at other positives as well. So, Timo Werner should be a Chelsea player soon. We've got Kai Havertz interest as well. You must be excited because you were kind of frustrated in terms of the people we were looking at, last season in January who were linked with. You know, we had Coutinho, Mertens, we had Zaha. I don't think we, had that much hype to what we have now, man. So, I haven't actually spoken to you on Timo Werner or Kai Havertz personally. I'll speak to you sometimes, but tell us, your take on Timo Werner. He should be a Chelsea player very, very soon. The medical issue, coming to UK, he would have to quarantine for 14 days, self-isolate, and he's playing for the German league right now. So it finishes, I think, 27th of June, the league. So we won't see any official update unless Chelsea and the Red Bulls agree a deal publicly, which can be any time. So we just need to sit back a bit. But what is your take on Timo Werner, first of all, man?
So far, I like what I see, and I do think Chelsea need to invest for a striker. We need to stop looking at these wingers and actually invest someone up top. I personally believe you cannot compete for the Premier League if you do not have a top striker. I'm a big fan of Abraham. Everyone knows that. But he's not experienced enough. He's not ready. I do believe he's going to be a top player. But I just don't think it's not his time now. He needs a bit more experience. And I think he's done a good job for what he's done now, in my opinion. I don't know why Abraham gets as much hate as he does. Werner, he's still new. He's still developing. So it could be a similar issue to Abraham, because obviously he's coming from abroad. So he's still going to need time to adapt to Premier League. But look at Costa. Costa wasn't that big when he came to Chelsea. He came from Spain and he killed it. And from what I've seen from Timo Werner, and he played recently. Okay, he did miss an open goal last week, but I like what he sees. He's proper fast, and that's what we need. I think he's a player. I think he's a striker that's going to bully the defense. And because we've got a fast team now, we never used to have a skillful team. We used to have like that slow passing team. Now we've got some quick, skilled dribbling team, and I think Timo's a perfect. I think it's a perfect signing for how our wings will play. Imagine Pulisic, Mason Mount, the way they run.
Yeah,
it's a good build-up on the play.
No, I mean, look, I totally agree with you. I think players that we're being looked at right now is, we'll give options for Frank Lampard to change up the formation when things are not going right as well. So Hakim Ziyech can play in different positions. We're going to have Timo Werner who can play striker or left striker, or, in different positions around the striking position, of course. So I think the way Chelsea are going ahead are, very good. Timo Werner, I think for the last 3 seasons has had over 20 goals. I think this season is probably 25 goals, maybe, or very close. So he's on a very high. He might miss one sitter, but he won't be anything like Alvaro Morata. Trust me on that. But Savio Jonas, thank you for the first donation, $1.99. Really, really appreciate it. He asked us, do you guys think Havertz will be a Chelsea player? Sammy.
First of all, I'd like to say thanks for the £2. Every donation is appreciated because you guys don't understand how expensive it is to run a full fan channel, to traveling to the games. It's just something you guys will never understand. But Savio, thanks for the £2. It really does help. But to answer your question, I honestly do believe we're going to sign him. We had a very quiet transfer window when the transfer ban was taken away. And I told you, Chelsea we have made loads of mistakes on the board. The board has made mistakes, but trust me, Chelsea has a board that cares for the club and the fan. I promise you, we have the best board in the world that actually cares. And for them to not sign anyone in January, they have a plan. And now, all suddenly, we're seeing Chelsea trying to sign everyone. So it's worth the wait.
It's a big statement from you, man. It's a big statement from over the years that I've seen.
Roman just wants to do this. He saved his money in January, now he's doing it. And Havertz,
over the years,
he told him, I want this guy, I want this guy, and this guy. Like Werner came from nowhere. For me, he signed for Liverpool in my head a few months ago, and out of nowhere, Chelsea talking to him.
No, I agree. Listen,
Chelsea's on job.
No, I agree with you, but listen. Over the years, when we've seen our managers win trophies, when we've seen Premier League titles come to Chelsea, we have not seen that backing. We have not seen that plan. Are you finally saying we've turned the corner?
I'm not 100%, but we're getting there.
You're saying the board is the best, though. You're saying the board is the best. So you must be thinking they've turned the corner.
I'm lucky enough to be on the Chelsea fans forum. And all the time, the boards, they're doing so much stuff that we just, like the normal regular fans, just don't see. Do you remember when we won the league? I don't know where you sit usually, but in 2015 or whatever, the whole East Lower got free scarves and free shirts.
No other team does
that. Yeah,
I didn't
no
even know
one
that.
team does that. There's so many things the club does, small things the club does fast. Like there's
For
always
value
photo
wise.
booths at Stamford Bridge. We always have good sales on the Mega Store. There's so many small things they've actually done to help. Everyone who bought ticket for Bayern Munich for the Champions League game, every single one got refunded, and the hotel.
Yeah.
The hotel has
And the
nothing to
hotel.
do with Chelsea.
Yeah.
The flight is independent, and everyone still got a refund. That is a big. Chelsea have lost money for no reason, basically, and that is
Chelsea
a
are
big
giving
thing.
away a lot of money as well with the
Yeah,
pandemic. The amount of
and
money
I've
that
actually
we're
seen
looking at.
exactly. And look, we opened up Stamford Bridge for the NHS. The Millennium
Yeah.
Hotels are open for the NHS workers. We've actually got a good board. Yes, they're frustrating at times, buying silly players and that, but I promise this is from me. And if you know me well, people do know I have a connection to the club. I'm on the fans forum, Chelsea fans in Earlier Panoria. I promise you, the club have the fans and the development of Chelsea Football Club. They only have positive plans for this club and for other fans. I promise you. And
I think
just got to trust me on that.
I think this is the very, very first time that I actually believe fully in this board. Yes, I was, happy with the board at times, but when I saw players being replaced rather than strengthened in terms of depth, when I saw like Costa leave, I was a fan of Morata, don't get me wrong. When I saw Costa leave for Morata, when I saw Bakayoko come in, Matic leaving, I saw Shola leaving, Cuadrado coming in, these type of things are the ones that kind of doubted me in this board. But this is the first time that I've seen, probably since 2014, being linked with Hakim Ziyech come to Chelsea, of course, who signed Timo Werner, Kai Havertz. We could be looking at Ben Chilwell, which we'll be getting into shortly. It could be Alex Telles, could be Tagliafico. We've been looking at these players for a very, very long time. Of course, Frank Lampard's been liking his post on Instagram. People don't think that's anything serious, but to me, that's
in a
little
professional
things.
world. You're not allowed to do things like that. So that's
yeah, straight up. So I see a massive change at Chelsea. I think in the next 2 years, we could see big things. I spoke to you in real life recently, and you said Frank Lampard deserves at least 2 transfer windows where he can get the players that he wants. So, you know what? This is a very, very big window, and we're taking advantage of the situation. We've got a question here from Frogs, of course. What do you think of Chelsea playing 2 strikers, Tammy Abraham and Timo Werner together?
Well, the last team that played 4-4-2 was Leicester, and they won the league, didn't it?
So what are you saying? What are you saying? We might win the league now.
Oh, I thought let's go to 4-4-2, innit? If Leicester can win the league with 4-4-2, why not? No, it's something I want to see in it because we've played with one striker for about almost 10 years. I think Drogba and Anelka was the last time we ever played 2 strikers consistently. I think Carlo Ancelotti, when we won the league with him, that's the last time we played 2 strikers, I think.
I mean, Timo Werner might be near him as a striker, but I kind of see him like in that Neymar position where it's a left striker, like he's on FIFA. That top left rather than wide left. That's how I see him personally. I don't know about you. I think Hakim Ziyech might be playing a bit behind towards the right, but I think Werner will be very close in terms of that left side. But you can carry on, man. Let me know. 4-4-2. Is that what you're saying, bro?
I'm not a tactical guy, but I just want to see something because we've played a similar style for a very long time.
You got badges, though. You got badges in coaching.
Referee and not coaching.
Referee. All right, cool.
Like we played 4-4-3 with Sarri, and then it was similar with Lampard. Conte was still with one striker. I know Conte had 3 at the back, but it was still a similar midfield style play. So play with 2 up front and just change everything. I'm just excited to see some change, really.
100%. From the comments initially that I can see, everyone wants to see 4-4-2. Red on the left, Tam on the right. It's very difficult though with the midfield that we have, man. I don't want players like Jorginho or Kante to leave, but if the money's right, I think it's something that Chelsea might consider. Like Jorginho, 55 million. Would you say no? I don't know. I want him to stay, but it's tight. It's tight. I think from the revenue that we have this season, I genuinely think before the Hakim Ziyech deal and Timo Werner going ahead, I really believe we have over 200 million to spend. I genuinely believe that's how much that we have Morata, Hazard, Pasalic, however you want to pronounce these guys' names, the ones that are coming from loan that we're selling for cheap money, all these little things add up to the revenue. Now, last financial year, we made a financial loss. I don't think that included the Hazard deal. I think we got about 90 million or just under 90 million for Hazard with additional fees for bonuses if he does well, etc. So that could go up to 120, 130 million for someone that had probably a year left on his contract. I think Marino is a masterclass. So I think we really have a lot of money to spend. So when we're looking at Kai Havertz, don't be put off by the price tag. That's all I'm going to say to you guys. You believe me on that as well, Sammy?
Well, the thing is with people talking about money, people are not understanding the world's changed. Years ago, £20 million was like 100 million, how we thought it was. I remember when Chelsea bought Shevchenko, that was like when Madrid bought Ronaldo for 80 million. Like, it's the amount of money things like never going to be seen. And as we get older, it's going to be even worse. Like I reckon in 5 years' time, we're going to see the best player in the world sell for 300 million, and then no one's going to sell under 50 or something. So don't always look at the price, and always remember the investment. Havertz we're going to get all the Germans. There's going to be loads of German fans. There's going to be loads of shirts sold.
Market, like Pulisic.
There's loads of marketing. It's like when everyone complained about Neymar going to PSG. PSG made the money back in a week on shirts. So don't always worry about the money. And plus, come on, it's not our pocket, innit? It's Roman that's hurting, not us. So we should just enjoy the football.
The way he's spending money. The way he's spending money, buying mansions and stuff, I don't think he really looks into that personally.
And Chelsea, this is what I want to say to Chelsea fans. When you're winning trophies, the fans are happy. And obviously, when you win trophies, the club get the money back from the cups. So we have to invest to win. It's not always the way. It's like we've seen Leicester do amazing stuff, and some clubs have won trophies. But to win the Premier League, you need to have consistency. To win the Champions League and Premier League, you have to have the best team. And unfortunately, the only way to do that is risk youth and spend. And at the moment, we've used youth because of the transfer ban, and now we're signing. So I do believe that's how we're going to grow, and that's how we're going to compete. So I'm actually really excited for Chelsea Football Club at the moment.
I mean, look, it's a fair point that you're saying. Some of the comments are not happy that I kind of mentioned Jorginho. If we sell him for that money, then it's right. We've got Sammy Layesh saying we cannot lose Jorginho. I will be disappointed in Chelsea and their choices if we let them go. He's been the knot tying our midfield together. Kante, Jorginho, Kovacic is insane. I totally agree with you, bro. Trust me, I don't want him to leave. But actually, you know what? I actually got positive news for you. According to Athletic today, they said that Jorginho and Sarri have not been in touch since Sarri has left. So yeah, he should be still a Chelsea player. He's been made vice captain. Yeah, he's vice captain for Chelsea. Frank Lampard sees him as one of the leaders in the squad. So yeah, Jorginho should be staying here for the long term. Now, we've got Carefree CFC, one of the moderators, asking Sammy and myself, do you think we'll finish in the top 4 this season?
Yeah. Our team's so weird, man. Like, we'd win 5 games and then lose 5 games. So every time
the fixtures we have are hard, man. The fixtures we have are quite hard.
But that's the thing. Every time we have easy games, we lose. And then when we have hard games, we win. So there's like 1 minute I'm like, yeah, I'm confident. We're going to get 4th place. And then we just do like Bournemouth. Like, why are we joining Bournemouth? But we beat Tottenham. Like, I can't predict Chelsea Football Club anymore. I just can't. I think we can get 4th. But if United carry on, I don't know, if United still be like the weird team they are, then we might be lucky. But if United pattern up, we're going to be in trouble. So hopefully this lockdown has made everyone realise to pattern up. So
guys, for the people that don't understand pattern up, it means if they don't fix up together, then we will be in trouble. But for you guys, we've had all the rest. Loftus-Cheek is back. Kante is back. We've been 4th all season. We have Super Frank. And yeah, I agree with you, man. Away from home, I think Chelsea have done really, really well. I think they've exceeded expectations away from home. But the home games, I used to see you used to like run away from me and just go home, man. You know, we used to eat chicken together after the game, and you just weren't happy with the performances and results that we saw at Chelsea. And real talk, and real talk, like, you know, it just was frustrating, man. You know, to know that we made the second most chances. It
ruins your day. It actually ruins your day.
It generally ruins your day, especially when you go to the games. Like, for me, traveling an hour nearly, it might not seem a lot to you guys because you guys will be like, yeah, we wish we could even go to one game. But trust me, when you're spending consistently your income, you know this Chelsea team can win these games and they should be winning these home games. The away games is where they should be struggling, but they're winning those games. So it's a very, very weird season. But I think Chelsea will come up on top, come fourth. And then we've got GM, SW6.
GM, Gabriel.
Unfortunately, he got suspended on Twitter permanently. I don't know why, but it's sad to see. But he asked, where do you think we'll finish next season?
For me, it's 4th or 5th, depending on Chelsea's mood.
Next season?
Oh, next season? Or
yeah, I was gonna say, but I'll trim your hair right now for the live stream. What's going on?
Look, you know what? I'm not going to comment because we don't know if Werner's going to be good. We don't know if Ziyech is going to be good. We don't know.
I need your initial response, bro. I need your initial. You can change it. You can change it after a few games. But what is your initial?
I don't know, because when Conte came, I said we were going to win the league, and everyone was laughing at me, and then we won the league. So I don't want to kind of ruin my reputation.
Just got to pick one, man. Your career's on the line right now.
I don't think we're City.
I think top three. Top three.
I'll say third.
So now you're saying third since I said top three. Now you're opening up.
We're not Liverpool. We're not Liverpool City, but we can still
compete.
Don't laugh. But obviously, if we pattern up, we can still win the league. But I think third. No, you're doing that. You're doing that. But everyone done that when we won the league with Conte. Because remember, we was doing bad, and I was like, no, watch, and we won the league. Everyone on Hudsoi Chelsea apologized to me after. So yeah, you never know.
Yo, if I play Call of Duty Warzone with you ever in life again, and I see you, I need to bring you back. I am not bringing you back, bro. Straight up, I'm not spending my money, bro. Honestly, no. I mean, look, it's a big shout. Let's just see. Third, man, definitely third. Yeah, third. But to be fair, with podcast, some of the guests have been saying we can challenge for the title. But look, William, I was shocked with the reports that came out 2 days ago. I don't know if you saw it, bro. We all know he wanted a 3-year deal. Chelsea offered 2. But I also, saw a report saying that he wanted a pay rise. Fam. He wanted a pay rise and a 3-year deal, fam. And now we didn't offer this policy to our actual legends a decade ago. And now, like, the disrespect, fam. Like, how can a man ask for 3 years with a pay rise? Fam?
You're going to hate me for saying this, bro. But always put yourself in that position. If you know there's opportunities to get more money, you do it as well. No? Like, look at Odoi. Odoi was saying...
What, if he was that bad?
Yeah, but bro, it's Chelsea's decision to pay it or not. If they say no, okay, and then you take another contract. If you offer it and they accept it, you haven't done anything wrong. Look at Odoi. Odoi was like, if you don't pay me this, I'm going Bayern Munich. Look at him. He got the money.
Yeah, but that's a different story, bro. He's a youngster that's going to be on the rise, isn't it? He has potential to become good. William is done out here, bro. He's over 30, fam. And you're telling me he can decide how he, ends it.
Or Chelsea shouldn't let him. Chelsea shouldn't let him bully us for start. But I don't hate William for doing that because obviously I think we would be doing the same thing possibly. Because he wants his retirement money, innit? He wants his mansion in.
He can go to China, fam. He can go link up with Oscar, fam. But listen. You just got a £5 donation, bro. You just got a £5 donation from Zayn, fam. Zayn Mayasi. I think he might be an Arsenal fan. Guys,
maybe he should fund William's contract.
Guys, how will you cope with us when we get Zaha and Partey at Arsenal? I don't know what money you're spending, bro. I don't know what life you're living.
Too tight to buy Zaha.
Go get that £5 to them, bro.
Go get that £5. That £5 is going to be more than what Arsenal are going to do in this transfer window. You're not going to pay Zaha's wages. And Zayn got so gassed with Pepe. Do you remember Pepe, where he's called?
I wanted him as well, man.
What did he do?
I wanted him as well.
2 free kicks. He scored 2
No, I
free
wanted him
kicks,
as well, man. I won't judge him after the season, bro. I won't judge him after the season.
True.
But listen, Zane. Make sure you tune into my channel as well, man. Or watch else. Link in the description, man. Subscribe there as well. I need your help as well, bro. I appreciate that. But yeah, Pepe after a year, I think everyone deserves at least 2 years to be judged on. That's just my take, innit, personally. I heard Zaha is going PSG. Yo, Savio, I don't know where you're getting that from, man. Carefree CFC saying Arsenal getting Fraser and Willian. Lol. Okay. Henry Palmer, 4-4-2 is a tired formation, like the old WM. What's WM again? What's WM, fam? I don't even know what WM, fam, is. That's embarrassing for me, personally. But that's embarrassing for you. You look lost. You look more lost than me, personally. But listen, guys. Zaha's going PSG. He really wanted the Arsenal move, probably. I don't think Arsenal's going to get anyone else, but I just want to say a big thank you to Arsenal for taking David Luiz and giving us £8 million. I really, really appreciate it. Even though David Luiz was one of my favourite players at Chelsea, just seeing him doing that in training the other day against Brentford just summed up Arsenal, man. Like Arsenal, do you remember Arsenal when you was a kid? Like they were very good. They were on the same level as United at the time, challenging for trophies. And then they've just gone down, fam. Like Jay Sean, down. You know what I mean? Like,
look at us. We thought we was going down, and then we just bounced back up.
Bounced back up.
Out of nowhere, Conte. And that's why I'm telling you, we've got a good board. They will never let us drop.
Yeah, man. Listen, we've got a big shout. Like, can you do these live streams every day? I told this guy, bring me on every day. He's like, nah, I can't afford you, fam. I'm free, bro.
Well, now because you're live on camera, so if you want to do lives every day on this channel, you're more than welcome to it.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
are you gonna give me rights to the channel? Are you gonna give me rights to the channel?
Those are my witnesses that I've said it.
Are you gonna give me rights to the channel?
Yeah, of course. I'll give you the password, don't I?
I've
got your password.
Yeah, you gotta give me your password now, man. I forgot about that.
Always welcome. Thank you for coming on today, obviously. Big help.
Well, last one. Big up, man. Yeah, listen, last one. Pulisic. I don't think you was a massive fan of it. I'm gonna call you out on this because it really annoyed me when I saw you after the game. So you used to say, actually, you know what? Before we get into that, guys, for the ones that have just tuned in, please do like this video, subscribe, hit the bell notification, tune in every single day on this channel. Look out for updates from myself, Sammy, the other co-host on this channel, Lewis, Lawrence, Sophie, everyone that tunes in. Look out for it. Happy birthday to Phil Meacock. I don't know if that's a real person, but
you fell for it.
It's minor, man. And it's minor. But listen, any updates on Werner? Very quickly on Werner. I've been saying at the start of the video, he will be a Chelsea player 100%. The reason why he can't do his medical right now is because he will have to self-isolate for 14 days after the medical, which obviously cannot be done because he needs to finish with the Red Bulls in the German League that ends on the 27th of June. So a deal will be announced very soon. It will be when rather than if. So just stay patient and we'll be updating you guys very soon. Well, this guy updated another £5 to you, bro. Zane, fam. Oh,
Zane,
yo, Zane, we have better youngsters than Martinelli and Saka. Oh my.
Yeah, and you're just gonna sell them.
Yo, I wanna cut off all these donations, bro. I don't care, man. I wanna.
You're just gonna sell them, bro.
You're gonna sell them, man.
Everyone getting gassed about. Was it Reece Nelson? That everyone.
Was Saka? Saka's alright.
Arsenal always talk about someone every year. I know Chelsea talk about Odoi a lot, but that's the only one, isn't it? Arsenal always talk about a youth player. I remember.
Maybe Nelson,
just get sold, innit? You can't even keep your best player, so why do you think you're going to keep your youth player?
Well said. But listen, last one.
I was talking about thanks for watching them. All football fans, innit?
Yeah, we love all the fans around the world, man, personally. Yeah, big up all the worldwide, like my name. All the fans around the world. But listen, Pulisic for me, I think he's a special player now. When I spoke to you once, I think after the Brighton game or whether it was after Watford, I can't remember the top of my head, but you were just saying that he's not good enough, man. and it really hurt me.
Mm.
I want to know why.
Pulisic.
Yeah, I want to know why.
We signed him like as a big player. He got
He
his
is
own
a big
promotional
player.
video. He is a big player. So everyone gassed him up. So I had so much high expectations for him, and all he's done is score a hat trick from 3 tap-ins. Like the fact that I expected a lot from him shows how much I rated him before. So it's not me hating on him; it's me disappointed in him. But anyways, but let me make it clear: I don't judge people on one season,
one game.
And obviously he got injured, so I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed from what I've seen from him this season. But next season,
That's harsh.
I do believe.
That's harsh.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm giving him a season in it, so I'm not going to hate on him. I want him to start next season, and then I want to see what he can do because I do believe he's got some talent.
Guys, honestly, please do not dislike this video because he gave the worst opinion on Pulisic. Because for me, I'm telling you this now, from what I've seen.
Yeah, but it's not just me. Lampard dropped him. So me and Lampard obviously got that smart thinking, innit?
Oh, you got your coaching badges, right?
Refereeing.
Yeah, Pulisic for me is still developing. I've seen a tenth of what Hazard can do personally. A tenth. I'm trying to be as nice as possible. Quick feet. I'm a big fan. I think he can take the ball and do something with it. Personally, I think he can change it. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, guys. We have 56 people tuned in. If you haven't already, please do like the video, subscribe if you're new here, hit the bell notification, get us to 100k subscribers, and get me to 11k subscribers. Link in the description. Worldwide Chills. I'm about 50 away. I need as many likes, subscribes, everything. You know what I mean? I'm nothing about you.
What about your socials?
Now, by my socials, I'm not a big fan of it, but you can follow me everywhere. Worldwide Chills, Snapchat, Instagram, everything.
Follow me on Twitter and obviously follow the channel socials. Everything's Blues Fans TV. We post every day on Instagram and we always have updates on Twitter. Well, most importantly, subscribe to Worldwide Chills and Blues Fans TV.
Big up, everyone. Take care.